What's up, everyone? My name is Puppeteen, and welcome to Idle On, or my first Q&A. Some people asked for this, some people didn't, and a lot of people asked a lot of questions. Let's. I'm gonna answer some. I'm not gonna get to all the questions you guys have, but there will be a part two. This first one's coming from MZ Lord, or the big man. Here's my first question. Are you gay? Am I gay? Wow, that's starting off with a bang. No. No, I'm not gay. I'm firmly straight. I'm only interested in women. If I was gay, this will be a different topic than a lot of people. And some people don't like being pronounced gay. A lot of people don't like how people think of them as gay or not. I'm mostly straight. I'm very straight-lined, and I'm only interested in women. Sorry. His next question was, why did you start making videos? Why did you start making videos? Well, my main reason was I saw a lot back in the day when I feel old. Back when I was younger, I always saw these YouTubers, Taste Gaming, FGTV, Kindly Kian, what's another YouTuber? Markiplier. Not Mr. Beast. I hate Mr. Beast. That's probably going to be in part 2. But I love their videos so much I want to become a YouTuber. So I started a channel called Snapmoth that is no longer on the platform anymore. You can't find it anywhere. It only had a few subscribers, like 20 at best. It was really focused on like plushies. Back in the day, plushies was a big thing. There was a YouTuber called Spy Cakes, I think, that had millions of views, and that was my inspiration at first. But once I got into more YouTube stuff, I started to drift away from the plushie stuff and started to really grow into the gaming content of things. I still have plushies in my room. They're just in the closet in a drawer somewhere. So, yeah. Who is your favorite lord? Um, my favorite lord? Well, I um to a lot of Christian people, that would be Jesus, obviously. But who's my favorite lord? I think Pierre Cullen is like a lord, or Optimus Prime. He's like a lord to some Autobots. I think of him far beyond things, but he's still a regular Transformer. Anyways, who else is in the Abyss? Who else is in the Abyss? So, if you guys are new to my channel, I have a Discord. I won't. I don't really promote it that often, but people see this. Hello, I'm Puppet. I'm 18 or something like that. I don't care what you think of me about Sleep Barely. So blah, 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 blah. I live in the abyss, just in the shadows and background character. So who else lives in the abyss? I can't tell you. You don't want to know. You don't want to know. The many screams of torment. The abyss. He'll get you. All 8 of them. He, he's, and she's. They'll get you. Speak their name. Anyways, McDonald's or Burger King? Okay, this is unfair. I've never had Burger King in my life. I don't remember. Maybe I did, but it's been so long ago. So this is gonna become an unfair advantage. I think McDonald's is good, but that's so unfair. All right. All right. Next question: do you eat pizza with your hands or with a fork and knife? What kind of type of human being do you think I am? I'm not a monster. I use my hands, not use a fork and knife like a heathen. What the hell? Who uses a fork and knife? Some rich old lady that's like, nom, 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 nom. Delicious. I love fork and knife. Who does that? Who does that? I don't do that. Anyways, dogs or cats? Cats. If you guys are new to my channel, you'll hear me calling up to Thunder Links, because sometimes in my live streams they'll come in the office I am in. You'll hear a meow or a high pitched meow or a low pitched meow. So definitely cats. I don't like dogs. They're annoying. You like jazz? Oh, next question. You like jazz? I've listened to some jazz. I don't listen to a lot. I do like jazz. I just don't listen to it as much. I do like rap. I like. So here's a lot of artists that I like. Dan Bull, frick. Intel, well, used to like Intel. I'm not going to go into it. Glorb, he's a pretty good rapper. Who else do I like? Oh, I do like, NMM sometimes, but he has some very good controversy, which I'm not going to go into. I don't remember all the rappers in my playlist. Go, if you guys go into my Discord and you can find my Discord, my Spotify channel, my Spotify thing, and you guys can, find out what I listen to. Anyways, that's all the questions from MZ. Guess that is. I looked through his thing and found nothing else. Moving on. Okay, next question. Can you tell me a little bit about yourself? A little bit about yourself? A little personal, but okay. I like Transformers. I like a lot of stuff. I like gaming. What else do I like? I used to like collecting Pokemon cards, but for obvious reasons, I don't. I like Yokai Watch. I like a lot of other stuff. Oh, I also like Five Nights at Freddy's. Anyways, next question. What inspired you to start your journey, your field or hobby? What? What inspired you to start your journey in your field or hobby? My hobby? I think this person means hobbies. My hobbies, I think I told you guys. Yeah, I told you guys. I used to play baseball. I used to play baseball. I had potential in football, but I'm not gonna discuss it right now. Still looking for a job. Anyways, next question. What project are you most proud of? A YouTube channel. Next question. What topics do you enjoy discussing the most? That's an interesting question. I have not really thought of that. Most of my topics are like Transformers or other stuff, or characters I make in my books I'm making. So, what's next question? What's a skill or craft you've been working on recently? What's a skill or craft you've been working on recently? Oh, gaming? Shooter games? Hollow Knight? Does that help? Whoever asked this question. What topic do you enjoy I already read that. What trends or developments do you find most exciting right now? What trends do I like? I like Transformer trends. I don't like the five above, eight below thing. A lot of people know that. They don't like listening to brain rot stuff. It's just annoying towards me. And I don't really like how this generation is going, but that's just from my perspective. And development, I've developed a personality, a complex personality. I'm now going into it. It's very personal. If you could give one piece of advice to someone that starts out, what would it be? Um, a lot of popular YouTubers exist. Who's gonna tell this? um, uh, does this guy not know there's more popular YouTubers than me? um, a lot of people say consistency helps a lot in the long run. A lot of other people say do what you love. So what I suggest is do what you love, what inspires you, and be motivated. Don't just listen on people's thoughts. Don't think of that. Think about what you want to do, not what other people want you to do. If that helps, you're welcome. Alright. Next question. If you could collaborate with anyone, who would it be? And why? Ooh, that's an interesting question. If I could collaborate with Markiplier. Why is because, well, he's a very big YouTuber right now. And, a potential boost of my channel could help a lot. Another channel that I would like to collaborate with is, there's not a lot of YouTubers I like to collaborate with. There is another one that's smaller than Markiplier, but I watched them back in my childhood. Called Taste Gaming. He is very popular in the FNAF scene, but he's pretty cool. I would love to collaborate with him. And any other YouTubers, I don't think so. I don't know. Maybe I'm not thinking about it. Maybe Luke the Noble. Anyways, what's a challenge you faced that taught you the most? Oh, that's a very big one. What's a challenge you faced that taught you the most? How much do you know me? Who are you? um, that's a hard one. Never spear your grandmother. So I'm going to discuss it when I'm ready. What do you have any favorite books, movies, or games that inspires you? I don't read books. I don't read a book. The last time I read a book was never. But I have watched the movie called Up. If you haven't seen it, it's pretty good. Games that inspired me. Uh, I play free games all the time, so I can't really tell you. So, yeah, I feel kind of uncomfortable. Or games that I don't know. Who knows? Like, well, that's the end of the questions. Uh, I'm. I have one more question for myself. That sounds so bad. But anyways, Uh, a bonus question. Do you have mental disorders? No, I do not. I'm reading this off a comment because he's more because you act like you have ADHD and other stuff. I do have ADHD. I have other systems. I do have other problems with my body, but I'm not going to discuss it right now. I had ADHD probably since I was born. Some people, my doctors say I've had it since I was 11 years old. I think I had it since I was born. But that's all of the questions I'm gonna take. But I'm gonna do this whole thing with. I'm gonna ask myself a question. If I could play any game in the world, what would it be? Well, to answer that type of question, if I could play any game in the world right now in this room, um, ooh, Mouse and the PI. If you haven't heard of that game, where have you been? I find that game cool, very cool. I want to play it. I'm forcing myself to not watch any sort of videos of any kind. So yeah, I want to play that game. Once I do, there'll probably be a different game I want to play. Circle of Life. Well, hope you guys enjoyed my complex Q&A. There have been weird ones, and there has been questionable ones. Hope you guys enjoy, and maybe there will be a part 2. Bye-bye. But I will stay on, just in case. But if I could add, if anyone else asks me any more questions right now, I could ask them. So, not technically bye-bye. I might be right back.